Real user monitoring is the art of testing the application in the same way that a real user would, hence the name. Real user monitoring is all about accessing the information in in a realistic way. For example, testing the latency of a web page, looking for error responses in HTTP responses, or looking for errors as they appear on the page and digging into the code base directly. Now, all of this is quite complicated, but let's look at it like this. Where APM is more interested in the services at a high level and how they interact with one another, essentially giving you an x-ray of what's happening in your architecture, real user monitoring is really concerned with how the user is interacting with your system. That's why real user monitoring often is considered to be most prominent in the front end, and that's why it becomes quite challenging, because traditionally capturing front end telemetry is quite difficult. With Coralogix, however, it's really easy. We've built an SDK that can work with JavaScript applications, and it will ingest all of the data into the Coralogix platform and access all of those great real user monitoring features. So real user monitoring in Coralogix is really powerful for a number of reasons. One, we analyze all of our data in stream. That means very fast processing, very fast updates, very fast alarms triggering, and that kind of thing. Dashboards updating and such. And so when changes are happening in real user behavior, Coralogix tells you about it immediately, and this is really important for real user monitoring. Even short latencies can mean you're behind the curve on a really serious issue or a really serious incident. The other thing with Coralogix is that the real user monitoring features do not cost anything extra. Coralogix does not charge per feature. Instead, it comes as part of your overall budget that you can just ingest as part of your logs unit cost. So actually, you're not really paying anything extra for your real user monitoring feature. It's just based on gigabytes ingested, just like the rest of the Coralogix platform. So where on other platforms, you may be discouraged from using the real user monitoring features because of volume concerns or because of issues around additional costs or additional licensing implications. In Coralogix, none of that matters. It will just become part of your gigabytes ingested, just like any other part of your application. So real user monitoring is, once again, really just about that customer interaction with your system and completing the observability picture. The customer to your system and then the internals of your system. In Coralogix, you can use the RUM, the real user monitoring features, to analyze how the customer is interacting with the system, and then you can use the wealth of functionality that exists in the platform, like APM and tracing, and logs and metrics, to understand how your system is behaving internally. And this gives you a complete insight into how your system is working.